Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a pretty interesting show for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, y'all know I got like a love-hate relationship with Gilbert Arenas. For the most part, Gilbert Arenas is always saying something that annoys me and a lot of people, right? He has some pretty wacky takes that he's made over the years now. But then from time to time, he'll come out there and he'll say something that's thought-provoking. So what am I referring to? Yesterday, I was listening to an episode from their show, right? Gil's Arena. And during this episode, they were talking about a range of things. I believe they had Rashard McCann, Kenyon Martin, and Gilbert Arenas. And they were talking about various things. But then it got to the point during that conversation where they started to discuss the Clippers, right? And they started talking about load management. And they gave some pretty strong views about Kawhi Leonard, about Paul George. And I think the majority of the people that heard them speak about this would agree, right? That it's gotten pretty bad with those guys. And now people are begging these guys to be able to play 60, 65 out of an 82-game season, which is pretty bad, right? So they were talking about that. And in the midst of talking about that, they somehow kind of drifted off to discuss Russell Westbrook. And as a matter of fact, it was Gilbert Arenas who brought this up. Now, as you guys know, Gilbert Arenas is a former NBA player, which means that he has a lot of connections, right? He knows a lot of these guys. That's how he's able to get these interviews and these insider scoops, right? So while he was talking, he then started to reveal a conversation that he had with the Clippers head coach Ty Lue about Russell Westbrook. Now, if you guys remember well, Russell Westbrook came under tremendous scrutiny after he decided to join the Los Angeles Lakers. At the very beginning, there was all of this excitement in LA, right? And I think those guys believed that they were going to win a championship. They had so many Hall of Famers. Last time I checked, I think they had like 5 Hall of Famers on that roster. You had LeBron, you had Russell Westbrook, you had Anthony Davis, you had Carmelo Anthony. I think you had Dwight Howard on that team. I mean, it was just a lot of Hall of Fame players on that team. But ultimately, they couldn't make it work. And as the season progressed and as things got worse, Russell Westbrook became the clear-cut scapegoat. Now, some of it was his doing because he was not playing well, and he was a bit cantankerous with the media. But at the same time, the media made it their business to really go after this guy, to the point where you were hearing reports come out of ESPN talking about this guy's a locker room. He's a vampire in the locker room. Of course, Skip Bayless had his consistent onslaught of Russell Westbrook all throughout that season, and Shannon Sharpe himself contributed to that. And it's something that really drove down his value in the marketplace to the point where when he ended up getting traded from the Lakers and it was time for him to get a new contract, no one was willing to pay him anything. And I think now he just signed a 2-year deal for like $6 million or something like that, some very low number. And a lot of people around the league are astonished that you can get a talent like Russell Westbrook for, I think, $3 million a year. People are really, really surprised by that. So as Gilbert Arenas was talking, he then discloses some interesting information about how Russell Westbrook is actually perceived inside NBA locker rooms and by coaches versus all of the lies that the media has told to destroy his legacy. So what we want to do is we want to play exactly what Gilbert Arenas had to say here about Russell Westbrook, and then we're going to come back and react to his comments. Take a listen to that there.
Here's something that is going to shock the basketball world and all them reporters out there. I talked to Tyrone Lue, and I said, man, why do my mans get low money, right? Talking about Westbrook.
Yep.
Why my man get low money, man? He said, we gave him everything we had. He said, we gave him everything he had. He didn't want to go nowhere. And we're glad he didn't because we've never had a leader, and he is our leader. Think about the perception of Westbrook. And Tyrone Lue said, we finally have a leader on our team to push us forward.
I believe that.
Because we played.
Because
right?
you're good at the sport. Just because you can put that ball in the basket and you can stop on the other end, that don't mean you're a leader. I'm saying Paul George, one of the best talented offensive players there is. I don't see, like I've been around, he just seemed like a quieter kind of a guy. I'm gonna lead by example. I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna play hard, I'm gonna put that thing in that basket, I'm gonna strap up. If I have to say something, I might. But Kawhi, he ain't gonna say nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I could see that, you know what I'm saying? But no, Russ is vocal, but
I know, but it's crazy how like the perception of, this man is the selfish. And he said, man, that's my leader. That's the leader of this team.
Bro, hold on. It's the confrontational guys that become the leaders. You got
He's
two.
not confrontational.
When it matters though, he'll call you out. He's the aggressive alpha of the group. So you got two non-confrontational guys who don't speak as much, don't say as much. But then you got Russ, who coming in there, hey, what's up, man? This how it's supposed to. He knows traditionally how to be a leader. He's an alpha. That's how he play. But when you got a guy like that, and Tyrone's like, oh, we got us a leader, that all the sense in the world.
And he said, man, I loved Westbrook. I'm mad he left. Like, it's crazy how the perception of it. Washington was mad he left. They were mad like, yo, Westbrook, don't go over there. They tell him, don't go over there. Like, grass ain't green over there. Don't go over there. Just stay over here. We want you over here.
Yeah.
And it's crazy though. Like the perception that's put out there versus what the players say.
Is that the conflict that happened with the Lakers? Is that he was too much of that alpha leader for them compared to what LeBron wanted?
Possibly.
As a conflict. It looked like a clash.
It's a vocal person that's, like seeing things that just doesn't fit what he does.
Yeah, but then it says a lot about him, his character as a person, though. You know what?
I'm gonna take a back seat.
I'm gonna take a back seat.
Yep. And didn't say much.
Yep. Take a back seat. Yeah.
See how we do without me
Come in,
doing
guess
it.
what this gonna be.
Like it's just, and that's why players is better when we talk to each other, right? Because we understand the game. We've been in situations. We understand where, all right, they with dude, man. Like we've been in that situation before where our hands is tied. We can't say. So we just trying to, when you gonna trade me, man? Like, y'all having a meeting over there, okay, I'm just taking my jersey off over here. Like, all right, I ain't got time for this right?
Absolutely.
Like, we've been there.
And everything we said about Westbrook, that full season he played with the Lakers, obviously it didn't turn out how anybody wanted it to, but started 78 games, but played 78 and 82 games. Last season with the trade, played 73 games. So I'm just saying, like,
He gonna play. He don't believe. Yeah, he don't believe in days off like that, man. Unless he's really injured, man. Like when people ask me like, who would you pick, and I say if I don't pick him, I'd be mad that I got to play against him. Right? Because one thing I know is he gonna play 1,000%.
Yep.
Hard.
I know he gonna go 1,000%. I don't want to play against a dude like that. Right?
So he played, 2 years with the Lakers?
just one full year, and then they moved him to the bench this past season before the trade.
He probably played the most games. Him and LeBron and AD combined, West probably played more games than both of them combined.
I think it was close. It may have been like, they might have played like 82 or something like that combined. Or Bron,
You know what's crazy though?
Yeah.
It explains his production drop off from Washington to LA because your leadership, being able to be a leader, affects how you play.
So you heard what Gilbert Arenas had to say. Now, this is very surprising. I never knew that the Washington Wizards were clamoring to have Russell Westbrook return to their team, number one. Number two, I didn't know that Russell Westbrook had this type of an effect on locker rooms. Number three, I've never heard any NBA player say a negative word about Russell Westbrook. Not one. As a matter of fact, almost every single NBA player I have heard talk about Russell Westbrook is absolutely amazed by him. This goes all the way up to Kobe Bryant, to Charles Barkley, to Steven Jackson, to Kenyon Martin, to every single player I've heard talk about Russell Westbrook, all admire Westbrook. But then when he got to the Lakers, all of a sudden he turned into this villain. And a lot of us were left scratching our heads like, wait, what's going on? Why is this the first time we're only hearing this about Russell Westbrook? How did he all of a sudden just become this bad person, right? And to me, it looks like it was a smear campaign. Russell Westbrook was the odd man out, and he's the one that needed to be dealt with. He's the one that needed to be dealt with, because I can understand if a litany of people and organizations were saying this about Russell Westbrook, but it was only one. As a matter of fact, when he got to the Clippers, if you listen carefully, they loved him. Kawhi Leonard spoke highly of him. Paul George spoke highly of him. The Clippers organization spoke highly of him. And they were actually hoping he would return because of all of the intangibles he provides in the locker room. So why is it that if he's this terrible guy, why is it that it's only being said by one team, which is the Lakers, and by some people connected in the media? What's the cause of this? And to me, it really lets you know that the media, they can turn anybody into a villain or a star if they choose so. And a lot of it really has nothing to do with reality, but it has everything to do with the perception that these guys are able to create. So I was happy that Gilbert Arenas was able to put that information out there. So what I want to know from you guys is simply this. Do you think Russell Westbrook is a great locker room guy? And do you think that the media are the ones that are out there trying to tarnish his reputation? Or do you think that no, the media is right about it? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts in the comment section, and we catch you on the next show. Peace.